created an incredible business and is impacting so many lives. I am so proud of her. And this episode was prompted by last week. She sent me a voice message in tears. And oh my God, it will make me emotional just telling you guys. But sent me this voice message in tears just saying, thank you so much, Sophia. You have completely changed my life. I can, afford to pay for food on the table and take my son to school and pay off, my car loan and all of these things. And it was so emotional. I was riding my bike to the gym as I was listening to it, and I had to stop riding and just take it in because I got immediate full body goosebumps. I couldn't believe it. We went back and forth, and I was so inspired by her as she opened up even more. And then what's even more is I got her then to share that journey inside Scale School in our Facebook community, which is the most active community I've ever seen for a coaching business program. It's such a supportive space. She shared a very vulnerable video. Again, she was emotional in that video and crying, and the amount of people inside Scale School that commented on that video and gave her so much love and celebration and acknowledgement was something I've not witnessed in a long time. Something I really love about your situation is you didn't really do that. Like when I met you, I wouldn't say that your situation was like ideal, like you were really going through the trenches, and yet you still signed up to like a really big program and a big commitment off the back of that. And I know that there was fear and uncertainty, and yet you did it and you've showed up for it. You've implemented the things that I teach, and now you're making tens and tens of thousands of dollars, which is just amazing. And more importantly, actually, that money just signifies the amount of impact you're creating and the amount of people you're now helping with your incredible tools. And I'm really curious, like if you take yourself back to that time when we first met, like what was your mindset like? Like what made you decide like nothing's like perfect here right now, but I'm still going to go all in on this? Like what sort of made you decide like that was the path you were going to go down?
Um, that's a really interesting and very good question. So, I remember sitting in a really tough space and going, okay, I've literally lost everything. Like I was used to have an old business and I was very wealthy, and then that was all lost in the
In the
with
process.
the yep. And so I realized that not only was I doing it for me, but I was also had a responsibility to shine my light. And against all adversities, I've wanted to do this sort of stuff since I was really young. And I always put it off, put it off, put it off. And I just thought, you know what, like, yeah, all these things are happening and but I have a young child and I want to be there for him. And I know that there's room there for freedom. And so I'm just going to chase that. I'm going to go freedom in all aspects at that point. And it was like I choose my child. I choose me. I choose my own life the way I want to do it. And I'm not going to get pushed anymore into, so I sort of just set a boundary and expectation for myself first. And so when I spoke to you, I was like, I knew from being very successful in prior businesses, that you need to upskill. And so I knew by doing that, if I work with the right people, that would just automatically happen because, like everyone is really struggling with mental health and stuff. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for this. And I knew it was like I did my due diligence and was informed about the decisions that I made on who I invested with. And as we spoke about in that first calls and stuff, like I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I knew that there was systems there and there was strategy there. So I just had to use the tools and just follow the steps, and then I would get there. So it was just honestly blind faith, and just like, I'm going to trust myself because I don't have any other options. I'm at the bottom. I can't fall any lower than where I was. So what have I got to lose? That was pretty much my thought process. And I just committed to me. So yeah, it was a really scary time though, but I just trusted in I trusted in you, and I trusted in, your results that you were getting. And I was like, well, if she's doing it, why can't I?
Mm.
So
And I love
Yeah.
that, like, unwavering faith and belief you had in yourself. Talk to me about what's like anything specific that you found to be really helpful since working together that supported you to like sign all these clients and make all this extra income and have these really big, weeks in your business.
Yeah, the discovery calls, like
Mm,
setting out the templates for the discovery calls and practicing those and listening to how you did it and then sort of taking it and sort of changing the words a little bit.
of course.
And yeah, that really helped me. And also the finding my niche client.
Mm,
So that has changed a couple of times. And it wasn't fitting, so I'd try again. And I was like, I just sort of kept trying
mm,
and then sort of just got in this flow of like finding my way with that. But definitely the calls, like the structure was what helped me the most because I watched the videos over and over again so I could learn, okay, it needs to be done like this. And then I would even just the templates and the system, like the
scripts,
structure of,
yeah.
how to do the things. Yeah, the scripts and like even the templates, like automating those so that I didn't have to write them out 1,000,000,000 times. And um all things that I was doing before. And I was like, oh, why didn't I think like just little stuff, like just tiny adjustments that really helped make me go not being like on the working on the business, I was working in the business. And then that allowed me to really go, okay, this is my client and this is who I want to work with. And then I just started like organically talking and it was like not a sell. And that's when I started
Yes.
selling because I was like, no, I actually have faith in what I'm doing and come along for the journey. And when I shifted that, that's when I really noticed, yeah, and just like listening, like I've not always been able to get onto the calls or the weekly things. So I always like watch stuff back when I can around my son and
Mm.
mum life and trying to work as well. So
I love that
but just
commitment.
yeah, that's what I was about to say is literally the commitment of just like going back, doing what I can, and then getting definitely those few things in place that really helped me the most. Yep.
Oh, so good to hear. It's like, as you know, like Scale School is just full of so many tools, modules, resources. It's all organized, of course, but there's a lot there. But really, it's not about like doing it all, watching it all, completing it all. It's about implementing the specific things that you need right now in this moment. And if that's what you've needed and you've actually like fully gone into it, like that's when you're going to get the results from it. Like a lot of people try and not like obviously Scale School's more than just a course, right? It's a mastermind and a program and it's very in depth. But a lot of people join programs and they're in it for that mentality of let me just watch everything, but then they don't really implement it. And what I love is that you've chosen the specific things that you've needed in this moment in this stage of your life and business, but you're implementing it. And that's why you're getting these big cash weeks and months and so forth in your business, right?
100%. And also like listening to my clients of what they want and
Yes.
and listening. I watched one of your videos the other day and it was just about, the messaging and how you sort of cut it right down. And so I did that too. And so as you are sharing stuff, I'm like sort of doing those bite-sized chunks of it. And I
Yeah.
found that a lot easier because it's not so overwhelming. And yeah, that's when I just started to get super traction because it was just super focused, like putting all my energy into this person. And that's when it really landed for me. I was like, ah, now I get what she's saying. Like,
Yeah.
don't waste your time on all those people. Like, work on when you
Talk
laser
to this
focus
one
on
dream
your client
person. Yeah.
there, and they just keep coming, because it's the same type of person that you enjoy working with. And then you're like, oh, they're saying these things. I'll add that to my person. And it really does work because you get clear. That's been the
Mm.
biggest thing is that clarity, being able
Yes.
to know where you're going with that. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
you've
So
got to understand like your current situation of your ideal client and the problems they're facing, and more importantly, like how they articulate those problems, right? So, I love sharing my journey on those coaching calls with you guys of like, this is something I've recently learned, or this is something I've tweaked or iterated or changed. Like, I love sharing that now in the journey moment with you as well of what's helping me. And so that's so cool that you heard that and implemented that of like, instead of just having pages and pages of notes on your ideal client, like let's actually condense it down to like the top most important things and speak into that again and again and again so that you really nail that complete ideal person that you want to attract. So I love that you've done that and you've got that clarity. And the more you know about their situation, their pain points, their desires, and again how they articulate those desires, the better you can actually speak directly to them. So that's so awesome that that's been so supportive for you. If your messaging was really blasé and not clear and not direct, and you didn't have confidence in yourself and you weren't showing up, really like the outcome of that is that you're just not helping people. Whereas like now you're actually helping people. Like, did you sign like 3, 4, 5 clients last week? Like, I can't even keep up. Like, you signed a lot.
Five. I signed 5 clients. And yeah, it was insane. It was just like natural. They reached out and then I had one re-sign. So he did a small package with me. And when I very first started, he was my very first client. And he just signed a big ticket one. So yeah, that was really cool. And it was very organic and like he had trust in that as well. Like it was really nice. He's like, I'm seeing the results and I want to keep going. So it
Yeah.
was really a testament, as even in talking about growth, like as a coach, how far I've come as well. It was really cool. Like I was very honored that he wanted to keep going. And it was pretty cool. So yeah, 5 this the last 7 days has just totally changed my life. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
goodness.
like
Yeah.
receiving your voice message and then that video you posted inside Scale School to like help other members in there, like just sharing what's been working for you and how your life has changed and everything. Like it literally brought me to tears. And I don't know
Oh.
if you saw the amount of comments on that video inside Scale School, like the amount of people you made cry last week out of like happiness for you is
Yeah.
like unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've never seen so much love on one post. And I
Yeah.
just think like that just goes to show how much other people love seeing other people happy and move forwards. And that was really what I saw last week. I'm like, look at all these people that are just loving on you and like, yeah, just like celebrating you so much for your progress because, you could look at it as this has taken you a long time or whatever, but in the scheme of things, in my personal opinion, like, we only met this year and you've had a lot going on in your personal life all throughout this. So for you to get to where you are now, like in that period of time is just so fast and so amazing. And if you can grow under those circumstances, anyone can. But then also imagine how fast you're going to skyrocket like now and moving forwards, like without all of, those things that you were dealing with, previously. The other side of not only doing like deep healing work like you've done, but also like through taking certain steps to grow your business, knowing it's a lot of coaches listening to this right now. So I'd love to hear like, what are some of the tangible and intangible results that you've had as a result of like growing your business? Like I know, for example, like I hope it's okay sharing, like in the video you shared the other day, you were like, I can pay for groceries now and I can have a roof over my head and I can send my son to the school that he deserves to go to. Like that's some amazing results that like is an indirect result of like making money in your business, right? But like, yeah, what are some other things like that like, any freedom or certain financial milestones, whatever you want to share that's been possible so people can kind of get excited?
Yeah, absolutely. So just this morning I went and remember how I was talking to you about my self-care,
Yeah.
feminine self-care before. So this morning I went and got my nails done and I got a massage and then I got I went like shopping at Officeworks because I genuinely love that place for like coaching stuff. And I just tapped the card. I didn't stress at all. Like it was just like the most freedom, talking about freedom, just knowing there's money in the bank and there's like, and I am looking at buying a new car because I'm updating that. So, and I now have a partner who's absolutely amazing and
So
very healthy, which is great. Yep. And so we're looking at, investment properties again, and building that out so my portfolio expands again. And so, there's like lots of exciting. Oh, and we're going to Hamo. We just booked it literally this morning. We just booked a holiday to Hamo for New Year's.
Oh
So
my
we're doing that
God.
together. Like it's just beautiful, like small responsible spending. But honestly, like it's so nice to, I work 2 days a week one week, I work 3 days the other week where my partner, 'cause he does 7/7. So that in itself, being able to go to the kids' things, just being a mum and being able to have that time, that's really important to me. And I finish at 3 o'clock and I cook home cooked dinners every day. Like I really do have set out a structured life now for myself the way I want, because one of my values is freedom too. So yeah, it really is beautiful. So um just being able to allow that to happen in a real flow way as well. It's not like this stressed out push, push, push anymore. It's just like, oh, yep, I've got these clients on today. It's very gentle. Like, oh, it just, I have to, like you said, pinch yourself because, like, oh my God, this is actually my life now. Like, and it's consistent and I don't need to stress anymore. It's just like, oh, yeah, pay that bill and, oh, weight off my chest. Oh my God.
So
It's
good.
really
I'm
nice.
so
Yeah.
happy for you and I'm so proud of you because, that's what I said to you like after I received that voice message, like when you were like thanking me and everything. I'm like, you need to thank yourself because yes, I provided the tools and support, but you actioned it. You showed up for it and you've really got to acknowledge that. So I am so proud of you. Like, yeah, you
Thank
made my
you.
whole week and more last week when you shared all of this.